6 weeks ago, a designer reached out asking for help as they were facing some major problems and didn't know what to do. They found themselves constantly stressed, insecure, and left with a business that wasn't making any money. So I agreed to mentor them, and over the next 4 weeks, everything changed. And in these next 7 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what we did to take them from an amateur to a pro designer and business owner. Meet Mia. She's a freelance designer who's been running her business for just under 6 months. After going back and forth over email, we decided to jump on a call so I could really get to know the problems she was facing. And here's what we were up against. She was constantly stressed because of a lack of time to get stuff done. On projects, she found she struggled with creative ideas and would often find the client requested many revisions. And overall, with the stress, frustration, and lack of clients, it was making her question if running her own business was worth it. As you can tell, Mia needed help. And over the next couple of weeks, we dove deep into her business to figure out the solutions to her problems so we could save her business and get her back to loving her work. First, we decided to focus on what we could do to free up her time. So I got Mia to keep a time log every day for a week, which included what she was doing, at what time, and for how long. And when analysing the logs, it became glaringly clear what was taking up an unnecessary amount of time. Can you see what it is? If not, look again, but this time, look a little closer. Mia was spending too much time on administrative stuff like emails, onboarding clients, and putting together documents that she had no time to spend doing the stuff she loved, like being creative. Now, there's nothing wrong with spending time on any of these, but Mia needed to start acting like a pro, so here's what we did. Created templates for each stage of the design process. This included a brand presentation, brand strategy, and more. We took her email off her website and replaced it with an inquiry form. This ensured only people serious about working with her would reach out. And we created a project tracker so every project was organized and in one place. We did something that all pros do and implemented systems and processes into the business. Now, even though this fixed Mia's time problem, it didn't address the other big issues she was facing. Mia found herself struggling for creative ideas when working on client projects. To get to the bottom of this problem, I asked Mia to take me through her design process as if I was one of her clients. Here's the stages she took me through. Can you notice which crucial stage is missing? If not, let's take a look at a different scenario with a different context. Mo, the therapist, has a new patient. During the initial consultation, Mo spends the time listening to the patient about how they're feeling. Sounds pretty standard, right? But the next day, when Mo goes to write out a treatment plan for the patient, he's stuck on how he can help them. Why? Because he didn't ask the right questions. They were all surface level and never dove deeper to get to the root of the problem. Meaning that when it came time to create the treatment plan, he didn't know what to do because he only knew how the patient was feeling, not what was causing it. This is the same in design. If you don't ask your client the right questions, you're left with uncertainty and will struggle when it comes to their design. You need to understand the business's missions, goal, target audience, competitors, and so much more. And once you do, it makes idea creation and designing a whole lot easier. So we adjusted Mia's process and added the important stage of brand strategy. Now, even though implementing this helped Mia when it came to ideas, it still didn't help the amount of revisions she was receiving from clients. So she continued to take me through her client process, and as soon as we got to the brand presentation, I saw the problem and had a solution. It's something I figured out years ago that resulted in far less revisions for my own work, and I knew it would help Mia too. But what was the problem? Well, let me give you an example of a problem we all face so you can start to understand. You've just cooked your dinner and you sit down on the couch, ready to eat your meal and unwind for the day. But before taking your first bite, you have to find something to watch on Netflix. Do you go with Shrek for the 100th time, or Stranger Things, a murder mystery doc, or Prison Break? Before you know it, you flicked through every film, still undecided, and your food's gone cold. This is known as paralysis by analysis. Because you have so many choices, it becomes more difficult to choose. So how does this relate to design and Mia's problem? Well, when presenting the brand to the client, Mia would would give several design concepts, sometimes up to 5. This would normally result in the client becoming overwhelmed and indecisive and responding with, "Can we combine the 2 concepts together?" leading to more revisions. Think of it like this. When you go to a normal restaurant, you order 1 meal. But when you go to a buffet, you have a bit of everything. Because there's so many options and you don't want to miss out on trying something that's tasty. But the reality is, you enjoy both restaurants and their food. This is how human psychology works, and it's no different when it comes to design. So to resolve this issue, I suggested to Mia that she adopts the 1 concept method. This is where you only present your best concept to the client and give in-depth explanations about your design decisions. It creates less confusion, meaning less revisions, and you come off as more professional. Remember, clients don't really know what they want. That's why they come to you. So over the 4 weeks, I worked with Mia to implement these 3 changes into her business, and we started to see changes straight away, with one of them being Mia's love for design start to come back. But there was one more problem we managed to solve during these 4 weeks, and that was getting Mia more clients. How do we do this? We implemented a project proposal system, and if you want to see what that looks like, you need to watch this video right here where I go in depth on how this document can land you more clients.